How's it going, everybody? The Seer here, and today we are discussing the level 105 level cap that's come into the game. Now, there wasn't really a lot of information on the blog, but I did want to cover this portion of the blog, so I'm going to end up doing a tier list. Basically, what characters we want to try to aim for this level cap to kind of maximize how we want to approach this milestone event. Now, we have a data mine here from QuickDraw where it does say we're going to be getting those T3 Ions, Crimson Gear, and Omega Red Phoenix Force Red Stars. Now, in the previous blog, it does mention how the Kiln Tower is going to get you progress on this milestone event, so you can get those Red Stars as well. So we do have some information, but we need the charts to really see how far we want to push and is it worth it. Now, in this data mine, it does also mention level bio characters to 101 to 105, mutant characters, mystic, skill, and tech. Now, last year we did end up having the race to the top event to where we had to level those characters as well, where it says bio, mutant, skill, tech, all the way up to 100, and that progressed you through this milestone. So what I want to try to do is maximize our investments on these characters. So if we end up taking a look, all of these characters here are worthy some shape or form of investing from 101 to 105. The characters in the top portion is the trash, and I put them at the top mainly just so that way it's easier use of me dragging and pulling these characters up to the respective fields. Now, I am going to prioritize a lot of the raid characters first, because whenever the new raid ends up coming out, whether it's going to be the next Orcus raid or a brand new raid, it's going to cycle out some of the older teams, and it's going to be based on and scaled to the level 105. We also have the Spotlight raid, which is going to be a factor as well, along with everyday use. The tiebreaker, if there is any, I am going to end up going to the newer characters because the new stat meta is pretty crazy, especially if they end up getting another 20% boost from 101 to 105 like it was for 96 to 100. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start on this tier list. So the first character we're going to look at is going to be Agatha Harkness. She is on the Night Stalkers team. The rework that they gave her was fantastic for the amount of damage she pumps out. She can clear whole waves with that ultimate ability. She's going to be staying towards the top portion of the Mystic tier list. Next up is going to be the Ancient One. I'm going to put Ancient One below Agatha. The Astral team is performing better than people were expecting. When they came out, people really weren't too impressed on how they were doing outside of Battle World and War and Cosmic Crucible. We found great value in the Astral team being an offensive team, especially as a counter to help get rid of the Odinati team that we've been seeing in Cosmic Crucible. You do a burn attack, you come in with Astral Dorm, and you can basically clear that team with this. So they actually have some very good use. Next up is going to be Apocalypse. He's a mutant character. He's going to be towards the top of my tier list for the mutants. The fact that his passive gives him the speed up if he gets hit. He does the Empowered Punch or the Falcon Punch, which takes 60% health. And it even bypasses health triggers for, say, Thanos Endgame, so you don't have to worry about the proc coming into your face. Next up, we're going to have Ares. He's a Mystic character. I'm going to put him underneath of the Ancient One. The Astral team, I think, is going to have more value, especially with Battleworld coming back around the corner. Ares, he's strictly a war character. He does have some plug-and-play use where he can remove Safeguard. He has stuns and ability block, clears barrier. So he does have some use, but I do like Ancient One, how she's able to give the speed up and counterattack to her team. She does Safeguard with the ultimate. Nice stun on there as well. So I do like Ancient One over Ares. For Beast, he's a mutant character. He is part of the Immortal X-Men. He's also part of the Uncanny Avenger team. So he does have that dual use right there. Whether it's Crucible or whether it's raids, we can find some use with him in war as well, especially having the X-Men trait on there so we can work with some of the extreme X-Men characters. Black Bolt is a bio character. He's part of the Illuminati team that's currently on defense. So I'm going to just set him up here for now. We are going to definitely start shuffling through him. Black Cat is a skill character. Again, she's the first one we're putting in. Black Knight, we will discuss him a little bit. He is a monster on defense. However, he's been pulled more to an offensive meta in Cosmic Crucible to help counter the Kahori or Super Scroll. And he also has great use where you can try to use him to counter some of the Odinati teams that people's been doing. So I do think he's going to be a high ranked skill character that we can throw investment into and not feel bad about it. For Black Panther Shuri, she is going to be a mystic character. I'm going to put her underneath of Ares. She definitely is worthy of throwing levels into her, but I think I would prefer to invest in Ares over Black Panther Shuri. Ares has the new stats, so that's the tiebreaker that I mentioned. Now, if the Odinati, eventually it's going to be counters coming out for that, which means we're going to be able to move Illuminati to the offensive team. So I definitely do plan to throw levels into her, but I think it's going to end up being after Ares personally. For Blade, he's a mystic character. I'm actually putting him above Agatha. Blade is a fantastic character, especially if you get his awakened passive to where he does those assists on crits. He's the Night Stalkers team. He's going to be great in Dark Dimension. The Night Stalkers are great in War and Cosmic Crucible as well, so they are a very well-rounded team. Next up, we have Cable. I'm going to put him underneath of Beast. He gives the speed up mechanic for the turn meter. He is part of the Crucible team for the Immortal X-Men as well. Overall, I think Beast is going to have more value. He has a cleanse on him. He has buffs that he dishes out on the ultimate. So I do have Beast as a higher rank for that. For Captain Britain, I'm going to put him above Black Panther Shuri. Even when the Illuminati eventually falls off in the distant future, I'm going to say Captain Britain's going to have a lot of use due to his passive in Cosmic Crucible. And the Illuminati team is really good in Alliance War as well. And they're also used as a legendary unlock. Carnage, I'm going to put him below Black Bolt on here. What I'm thinking for him is Carnage does the turn meter manipulation. So he's able to get the team going for the Hive Mind team. The issue being the Hive Mind is an older team. They're going to be one of the first team that gets removed whenever the new raid comes out. It's going to be a lot harder to push those characters to get the Hive Mind rolling. Next up, we have Cyclops. I'm going to put him underneath of Cable. He's the first one that's subbed out on the Extreme X-Men team, even in raids, which is the game mode. We don't know, though, if whenever the new team comes out or the new raids, is it going to have to use, do we have to use Cyclops, or are we still able to use Old Man Logan? Dakin, he is a very good character that scales up incredibly well. He does a lot of damage. He does have kind of a built-in counter into Super Scroll to where you're able to get turn meter when characters go into stealth. He does a lot of damage, turn meter rewinds. Part of the Mercs for Money team as well. So he is going to be above Cyclops, below Cable. Deadpool, I'm going to put a little bit above Dakin. The main reason I really like the power trio of Old Man Logan, Panopole, and Deadpool, how they had that mechanic where they keep reviving each other, and it allows you to beat a lot of teams because of those revives coming through. Deathpool is a mystic character. I'm putting her towards the bottom. She usually gets subbed out on that Mercs for Money team. And also for Cosmic Crucible, Deathpool and the New Warriors really isn't being used as much. They're kind of an older team. They've dropped off, so we're not really getting a lot of use out of them. The New Warriors in general are turning more into a cleanup team. Doc Ock is a tech character, so we're just going to slot him in there for now. We'll discuss later. Doctor Strange, mystic character, part of the Astral team. I actually like him more than Ancient One. The health sustain that he gives, the revives, you want him to be big to be able to survive and make the ultimate. I think I have him above Ancient One. Ancient One's passive is very important to where every time you crit, you're going to get some ability energy back. But Doctor Strange, you want him to survive to use the ultimate in case any of your members end up dropping off. And I was able to basically 1v1 Doctor Strange and Odin in the Cosmic Crucible. Granted, that was a 5-red Odin, but that was still very impressive. Dr. Doom. So he is a tech character. I'm going to put him actually above Doc Ock. He's also a mystic character. If you are going for the milestones, Dr. Doom is a dual trait, meaning if you add a level into him, it's going to count towards a mystic and it's going to count towards tech. So it's going to help manage your resources if you're really trying to push into those milestones. Next up, we have Dorm, who is a mystic character. I'm putting him towards the bottom. Do I want to put Dorm above Deathpool is the question. Having it to where he survives longer. He does a revive once on your team. The special does flips on there as well. I honestly use Dorm more than Deathpool right now. I'm going to put Dorm above Deathpool for this. Echo, she is a skill character. I'm putting her towards the bottom. The only reason I have her on this list is because we use her with the Infinity Watch to help counter the Illuminati Dorm team or any Illuminati team. Shutting down the assist is very powerful. So keeping somebody alive long enough is going to help you do that. This is more of a crack and snack type of thing. I don't recommend it, but I wanted to at least do a call out for that. The same goes for Emma Frost being a mutant character. She's a standing passive to basically reduce the speed of the other team. You don't really need them big for that. So she's going to stay at the bottom of the list. Now the other Emma Frost, where do we want to place her at? She's part of the Astral team. Do I want to put her above Cable, though? Because Cable is Cosmic Crucible. Emma Frost is War. She is the Battle World. If they fix her passive, or when they fix her passive, I should say, yeah, I'm going to put Emma Frost X-Men above Cable, because Cable is just Cosmic Crucible. Emma Frost X-Men is 2, 3, multiple game modes because of that passive. All right, so now we have Falcon. He is a tech character. He's definitely going to be above Doc Ock. I'm going to put him below Dr. Doom because of that dual trait. If you are not going for those milestone pushes, just ignore Dr. Doom, and Dr. Doom would end up going way at the bottom of the list. If you're going for those milestones, he's towards the top. Forge, he is a mutant character. He is part of the Extreme X-Men team. Whenever that new raid comes out, we're probably going to need to level him up to 105. It's just a matter of what team is going to get phased out in what order. So that's something we need to keep in mind. Gambit, I'm going to put Gambit above Forge, mainly due to the pings that he provides, the synergy with Rogue. You can throw Gambit Nightcrawler Rogue together. That's going to be a very powerful duo for a while as well. Ghost is a tech character. She's going to get that rework for the Thunderbolts team. She's just at the bottom of the list, but I wanted to at least mention, if you are ahead of schedule and you want to level up to get ready for whenever the Thunderbolts comes out, which that movie is going to be in May. That's about 4 months away. I don't recommend leveling up these characters yet. Ghost Rider Robbie, mystic character, part of the Secret Offenders. That's kind of the cutoff of what I would say is a good team, and they're definitely on the chopping block. I don't feel that they're part of the top meta teams. However, Ghost Rider Robbie, he does have a lot of synergy with, say, the Undying team that you could use in Alliance War. He does flips, the speed from all of the bleeds that gets out there, ability blocks. He's a very useful character. I say he's more useful than Deathpool. I say he's more useful than Dorn, personally. Ghost Spider, she is a skill character, so we're going to put her here. She's also a bio character, so she's at the top up here. Even if you don't really use her all the time, because usually use the 3-piece for Spider Society. The Peter Parker, Pavitra, and Penny. And then from there, it's either Ghost Spider for the evades, the damage increase, or Noir. However, Spider Society is a very good team in raids, which we're going to need to level them up to 105 for the following raids anyways. So I do have her at the top. Gladiator is a bio character. I'm going to put him below Ghost Spider only because of that dual trait. Gore, bio character. He is right after Gladiator as far as importance. I use him in Arena. I use him in Cosmic Crucible, Alliance War, a lot of game modes. Green Goblin Classic, I'm going to put him above Doc Ock. Very good legendary character still. Superior 6 is dropping off a little bit with every new War team and Cosmic Crucible team that's coming with the new stats. I recently moved this team to defense, but a lot of people still use them for offense. Guardian is also another tech character. I'm putting him above Green Goblin Classic. The main reason is because of the Alpha Flight team. They are part of the Spotlight raid. The highest difficulty, the Alpha Flight's basically the first section, so it's no restriction, Alpha Flight, and then Uncanny Avengers. So I do want to level them up to 105, mainly due to wanting to sim and reliably get through those nodes pretty easily. Gwenum, IO character. I'm putting her underneath of Carnage as far as importance. For Carnage, Red Goblin, and Void Knight, that's like the trio that people still use for the Highbind team. Venom's the first off, then it's Gwenum, so she's going to be towards the bottom on there. Hank Pym is a tech character. He's part of the Illuminati team. I'm going to put him underneath of Guardian because of the raids, war defense, and plug and play that Guardian has. Hank Pym has plug and play as well, and he's just the Illuminati who's good in Cosmic Crucible and War. But the tiebreaker for me is the raids. For Hela, she's a mystic character. She is one of the important characters that you want to level up for the Undying team. So because of that, I'm putting her above Captain Britain, but below Ares. I think Ares has more importance. It's a single character as opposed to a full team that you'd want to level up. Also, Undying with Ares is a very good team. Next up is Hercules. So another mystic character. He is part of the Uncanny Avengers. He's part of the Mighty Avengers. And he has really good plug and play potential due to his passive, how he's able to clear positive effects, charge, revive once on every action that he takes. He's pretty fast too at 126 speed. So we're going to put him above Hela. I don't think he's above Ares though. The only reason I have Hercules above Hela is due to multiple game modes and plug and play abilities. Do I want to put him above Ares? I don't think so. I think I'm happy with him here. Next up is Icarus. He is a mystic character as well. We're going to put him... I'm going to put him probably here. So below the Illuminati, above Ghost Rider Robbie. I think that's a good place for him. The newer stats is going to make it more difficult to get the double taps. The turn meter rewind is going to be very important, though. He also does the flip on his ultimate, so that's a lot of plug and play capabilities there with Cersei. Yeah, Cersei. All right, next up, Invisible Woman. IO character. He's part of the Mighty Avengers. New stats. Let's go ahead and put her above Black Bolt due to the new stats. The barrier and retaliates is pretty important for her. Ironheart's a tech character, part of the Absolute A-Force, a fantastic team. However, she's always the first one that gets subbed out. She's going to be below the Illuminati. I'm going to put her below Green Goblin Classic. I'm going to put her above Doc Ock, though. That ultimate, the defense down with a big AoE hit, that's devastating. So I'll put her here, I think. Iron Man is another tech character, part of the Illuminati. However, he's way down here on the list. He's good for being on long sustained fights, such as Scourges, Trials, Legendary Unlocks. I do prefer him in Alliance War over Black Bolt if you use him for the offensive portion, due to sending out the ability energy for your team. Whereas defense, I do like Black Bolt better, because of those burps can be pretty devastating for people. Iron Patriot. So we have a Cabal member on here. I'm going to put him above Green Goblin Classic. I think I'm going to prioritize Illuminati over Cabal, though, because of how difficult the Illuminati is to take out in defense. Jean Grey. So Raids, famous Hercules, Cosmic Crucible, and synergy with other X-Men characters. So she has that one up over Hercules in my opinion. I'm going to put her above Ares, below Astral. Astral just has too much value to where they're going to help you get Null, and that is kind of definitely more important than to me than some of these other characters. So Astral I definitely want to build to the moon because of that. Bahori is another Mystic character. I think I want to put her right below Blade or above Blade. She's a monster. The absolute A-Force, she scales so well, especially in Crucible on defense right now. She's a very tough character to take out, unless you take your Immortal X-Men in there. Throw Mephisto in there, you're still going to have to double sack it, and she can still ruin your day. I can see either one. If you want to go Blade over Kahori, go for it. I'm going to put Kahori above Blade, though. Kestrel. So this one here is going to be skill and tech. However, she's a very old character. If you're trying to maximize to get dual purpose, even then, I don't think she's worth really putting on this list because the Spider Society is a 5-person team where you're going to be able to use skill for all of them. So you're really just getting a tech value out of her. So she's at the very, very bottom for me. I know some people are probably thinking about using her for this because of skill and tech. Spider Society is more important. All right, Medusa. She is a bio character. So I'm going to put her up here. I'm going to put Medusa above Invisible Woman. Medusa, she hits so hard. She scales so incredibly well. She reminded me of Gore. People were sleeping on Gore until Gore got huge. And then people understood the power of Gore. So Medusa's the same way. A 3-diamond Medusa, when I had full health Gladiator, got crit for 13 to 20 million damage. It one-shot him. All right, Ms. Marvel Hardlight. She is a mutant character. I'm going to end up putting her above Emma Frost, below Cyclops. Ms. Marvel Hardlight, she's a good counter into Apocalypse. That way, when Apocalypse does his ultimate, he has to punch into Ms. Marvel Hardlight. I think she's still going to have some plug-and-play use. It's just a very niche use for her. All right, so Ms. Marvel Classic, she's actually a bio character. I'm going to put her above Medusa. Having a huge Ms. Marvel Classic as a healer is game-changing. It makes it to where the team just keeps going, and it's very difficult to take them out. In Crucible, it becomes a huge efficiency drain because of her. Kang is a tech character. He's definitely going to be above Ironheart. Is he better than Green Goblin Classic? I think Green Goblin Classic is going to edge out because Green Goblin Classic's Crucible and War. Kang, if he's with the Cabal team, he gets incredible damage increase, but Green Goblin Classic is going to be good on Cabal when his team eventually drops out as well. If you want to put Kang above Green Goblin Classic, I can see that. I'm going to go Green Goblin Classic, then Kang first. Raven, skill character. All right, so better than Kestrel, better than Echo, not better than Black Cat. Black Cat's still going to have a lot of plug-and-play use. The special being able to do a trauma stun, ultimate's clearing charge, turn meter rewinds. She's going to have a lot more longevity in this game than Craven. Lady Deathstrike. If Doc Ock wasn't here and he was down here, she would be first on the list. She is a monster. The turn meter rewinds, the bleeds, the damage output. She is incredible for her rework. Lizard is a bio character. We're going to end up going up here. So Lizard, I'm going to put under the Hive Mind team. The only reason is because the order that the teams came out was Extreme X-Men, Spider Society, and then Hive Mind. So I think we're going to have to be stuck with Hive Mind a little bit longer than the other two teams, meaning we need to invest in the Hive Mind team 2105. So I'm going to put Hive Mind at above the Lizard right now. Man-Thing is a Mystic character. I'm going to put him below Agatha, above Doctor Strange. The Night Stalkers team is an incredible team. Man-Thing, some people sleep on him and they haven't built him up yet. I don't know why. That 20% speed changes the entire dynamic of the Night Stalker team. Mephisto, I'm putting him above Doctor Doom. Even though Doctor Doom's that dual trait, Mephisto's got to be top of the order. And with that, Odin. Mephisto, Odin, 1 and 2 right away for Mystic. They're going up. Moondragon is a skill character. I'm going to end up putting her above Black Knight. So I'm going to do the Spider Society team. Then it's going to go Moondragon, then Black Knight. Moondragon being able to help counter the Illuminati team. Being on the Astral team. So that's a lot of importance right there with Alliance War and Battle World. Moon Knight. So he's part of the Night Stalkers team. He always gets subbed out for me, though, for Mephisto in the raids. In Alliance War, I will use him, but it doesn't really matter if he takes his turn or not. The match is pretty much over after Blade, Agatha, and Oath takes their turn. I'm going to drop him down. I'm going to put him after the Illuminati team, as far as importance goes. Mr. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and hit this. Mr. Fantastic is a bio character. He's part of the Illuminati team. He's going to go below Black Bolt. I'm going to put him below Hive Mind also. So I want to put Lizard above him. I'm going to put Lizard above him because of the plug and play use. And the fact that Mr. Fantastic, he gets subbed out for Odin on that Odinati team. Mysterio, tech character. I love Mysterio and Vulture while we're at it. I'm gonna put him underneath Doc Ock. The no immunity for the enemy, the ability blocks the blinds. He had an incredible rework. I'm putting him here. Namor, mutant character, part of the Cabal team. Do I want to put Namor above Mercs for Money? I think I do. The Cabal team, to me, for what they do in a Cosmic Crucible, it's more important than what the Mercs for Money team does for me. Nightcrawler, mutant character. So I'm going to put him. He's better than Gambit. I'm going to prioritize Nightcrawler over Mercs for Money. I'm going to keep Cabal higher than Nightcrawler personally, only because of Cosmic Crucible. Nightcrawler, he's going to have a lot of plug and play value, though, where I've been using him with Old Man Logan, raids. But Cabal is still very, very good in Cosmic Crucible. Nimrod. Where to put him? Should Nimrod go above Falcon? I'm going to put Falcon ahead of Nimrod. North Star. That's another mutant character. Part of the Alpha Flight team. So raids right there. And part of the Spotlight 2 where we need to build them up. He has a lot of plug and play used for war defense. Does not have the new stats like Cable, though. Does have a lot of plug and play use. Remove and revive once. Blips very fast on spawn. I'm going to put North Star above Cable. Bio character in Nova. Bottom of the list. The Nowhere team. Nova had a lot of plug and play viability due to that turn 1 stun. The battlefield effect is very good as well. However, I don't really use him as much. I use him on war offense, and that is it. So he's at the bottom for me. I would even prefer leveling Mr. Fantastic over Nova personally. Oath. Mystic character. Part of the Night Stalkers team. Blade, Agatha, Oath. In that order for me is how I like to level them up. Then Man-Thing, then Moon Knight. So Oath. She's going to have some long plug and play life due to her passive, dealing the damage on the exposed when you hit into them, the 5% turn meter on spawn as well for offense. Old Man Logan, he is up there with me with Apocalypse, even over the Immortal X-Men, the Uncanny Avengers. I love Old Man Logan. Now, here I do have the regular Omega Red. This is going to be Omega Red Phoenix Force. So the new character coming to the game. He's going to be a mutant character. He's going up. Him and Phoenix both, which while we're at it, Phoenix is right here. The Phoenix Force team, I am going to the moon with them. They look like they're going to be incredible in Cosmic Crucible. They look viable in Alliance War. New stats. They're always going to be around due to the epic on how they're doing the Undying team. They're doing that with the Phoenix Force team. So they're always going to be around for me, especially Cosmic Crucible. So they're going up. Omega Sentinel. I'm going to put her below Nimrod, above Guardian. People sleep on Omega Sentinel. They'll usually take her out. The pings, the stuns, the ability blocks, she is a very good character. And the revive mechanic is not 25 or 30% revive. I swear, that's a 60% revive. Panda Pool, that is a mutant character, part of the Mercs for Money team. I'm going to go Panda Pool. I'm going to go Deadpool, Panda Pool, then Dakin. Because I use Old Man Logan, Deadpool, Panda Pool as a trio quite a bit. Dakin does have a lot of use, though. But having a big Panda Pool is very annoying. If he gets the ultimate off to where he gets the safeguard, all the buffs and everything, the taunt, he is a pain to really get through him. Penny is a skill character and a tech character. She's definitely going up to 105 for me. Peter B. Parker is a skill character and a bio character. I'm actually going to put Peter B above Penny in that case as well. Next up, we have Polaris. That's a mutant character, part of the Immortal or the Mighty Avengers. That's the war team portion. So that's going to be with Cable. Actually, the Immortal X-Men, I'm sorry. So Polaris is Immortal X-Men. Too many characters, too many teams for that trio there. I'm going to put her above Cable. That ultimate holds everybody in. If you got a big Polaris, that thing does some very good damage. Red Goblin. Hive Mind. I'm putting Red Goblin above Carnage as far as importance goes. The being able to get a revive on one of these characters, the ultimate does massive damage too if you get that pulled off. Red Hulk. I'm sorry, big guy. I have him below the Hive Mind as far as order of importance goes, which means below Black Bolt. I do think that's the case because of the Odonati team and Cosmic Crucible. I do put him above Lizard, though. He's going to have a lot of plug-and-play use with Apocalypse as well. Rogue is a mutant character. She's actually pretty good. I'm going to put her down here, below Forge, above Cyclops. Just the synergy she has with the Extreme X-Men is very good, especially with Gambit being on the team. Forge. If you run Cyclops with, you get the push. The match just swings on its head if you end up doing that. So I'm putting Rogue right here. Captain Sam is going to be a skill character, part of the Liberty team. We don't really know what the team is going to be as far as how good they're going to be. There's a lot of speculation on it. It's like the next Heroes for Hire version of the team goes. So without all that information, though, I'm going to put him below Craven. I'm still going to take him up. I don't think I'm going to go 105 right off the bat, though. Sasquatch is a bio character, part of the Alpha Flight team, so that's going to be Raid. A lot of plug-and-play use as well. I'm going to put him above Invisible Woman, below Medusa. Do I want to put him higher above Absolute A-Force due to the Raids for the Spotlight? I think I can survive with him being level 100 while I take these characters up. If I need to jump them up, I will, but I'm going to go Absolute A-Force first because of the new stats as the tiebreaker. Scarlet Witch, Mystic character. She up here? Nah, she is not House of M Scarlet Witch. She is a bad reworked Scarlet Witch still. More synergy with Vision, but I would rather build the Eternals to 105 over her? Do I want to build Robbie over her? I don't think so. I'll put Scarlet Witch here. Scientist Supreme, she's going to be underneath of Omega Sentinel. Scientist Supreme is a standing, basically ultimate. You load in, use the ultimate, gets the team going. Her job is done. Which means Sentinel is above her. Some people do like Sentinel being above Omega Sentinel. I'm fine with him being after Omega Sentinel. Having it to where the Omega Sentinel gets those pings, that's the tiebreaker. She always does the out of turn damage for me, which is very impactful. Circia, right underneath of Icarus right there. Turn me to rewind, flips positive effects or negative effects into positive effects for yourself. Very impactful. Shadow King. People slept on Shadow King. I did not. If you guys realized, I had Shadow King in room 1 defense before anybody else did. And he is a game changer. Having it to where the Possessed does the out of turn damage anytime you use the ultimate with those new stats. Clears those negative effects on your team. Keeps it going. And the Astral team is very good as far as taking out that Odinati team after a sack. Very impactful. Do I want to put him above Old Man Logan? I do. New stats. I use him in Arena. I don't use Old Man Logan in Arena. Silver Surfer, Mystic. I wish he had a better rework. Do I want to build Eternals to 105 before Silver Surfer? I definitely do over the Scarlet Witch. I think I do. I still use him on defense with the other 2 Annihilators to get the Gladiator passive, where you can't get the vulnerables or exposed. So having it where he survives longer. That ultimate can still do massive damage. That means I'm going to put him above Moon Knight as well. Not above the Illuminati, though. Spider-Man 2099 is a bio character. All right, so with 105 coming, that's going to be another 20% stat jump. People are using Tangled Web to help counter the Kahori Mephisto. When Kahori goes to 105, that passive shot definitely has a good shot at taking out the 2099. Even if you take 2099 up in health, that shot's going to be dangerous. I'll put him above Nova. So I want to put him above Mr. Fantastic. I'll at least use Mr. Fantastic on defense or offense in Alliance War. 2099 is just a niche use, so no, he's going to stay there for me. Spider-Man Big Time is a tech character, part of the Infestation team, which nobody really uses as much anymore. They take him out, use him in other places. Goes very fast. He does the flips. You can use him on offense in Constant Crucible to get a flip as well. That's going to be above Ghost use right there. It's above Iron Man use. It's not above Superior 6, in my opinion. Spider-Man Noir. So we got another skill character. I actually like Noir above Ghost Spider, and he's also a mystic character. So he's going to end up going right here, above Doctor Doom, below Odin, because that dual use. Spider-Man Pavitra. So we're going to put him above Noir for sure. He has a lot of plug-and-play use with the vulnerables getting out on the field. He does massive damage with the ultimate. He gets slows out there as well. I'm going to put him above Penny because of the plug-and-play use. I don't think I'm going to put him above Peter B. Parker because you want to do Peter B. first because of the healing and sustain that he gives to the team. Now, he's also a bio character, so the same order up here. Below Peter B, above Ghost Spider. Spider Slayer is a tech character. I'm putting him above Doc Ock. The offense up that he gives, and he does very good damage for the team as well. Recently on my Power Trios video, I did end up moving Spider Slayer above him, so this would make sense for me. Spider Weaver is a mystic character, part of the Tangled Web team. Above Dorm for sure, above Robbie for sure, above Scarlet Witch. I would do above Eternals. Would I do above Moon Knight? I think so. Above Surfer, not above the Illuminati. She's also a Marvel Strike Force original, Means that she has a higher chance of getting rework as well, insane relevant. Storm is a mutant, part of the Uncanny Avengers Immortal X-Men team. So right away, it goes above Beast. I really like the Phoenix Force team though, so yeah, we're gonna do Storm below the Phoenix Force team. Sunfire, Alpha Flight team. I'm putting him below North Star because of the Alpha Flight and the plug and play capability that North Star has. Sunspot above Cyclops, below Rogue as far as that goes. Super Skrull, bio character. We're gonna do the 3 Spider Society. We're gonna do Gladiator for sure. I'm gonna put him above Gore. Having a bigger Super Skrull is very tempting to me. However, a bigger Gore with those new stats. Let's do Gore and then Super Skrull. That should look good. Void Knight. For me, he's the number 1 for the Hive Mind team. He kind of sets the motion doing the ultimate, getting the flips out there, ability blocks, especially in raids, ability blocking everybody. We want to make sure that that lands. Taskmaster is a skill character above Kestrel. He's going to be part of the Thunderbolts team, which again, that movie's going to come out in May. So we have about 4 months to wait to build him up, 3 to 4 months. So we have time. He'll be down here. I will put him above Echo though. Thanos Endgame is a skill character. He is number 6. I am going to end up doing the 5 Spider Society and then Thanos Endgame. So I'm going to be investing more, even though I already have the 5 on here. Leader is a bio character, part of the Cabal team. I really like the Cabal team still. I'm going to do Absolute A-Force. I'll do Sasquatch and then Cabal. Unless I need Cabal to be bigger for Cosmic Crucible, then I may pivot and put him up higher. Ultimus, that is a bio character. He's a very, very good plug and play character. I'm putting him below the Cabal. Vol is a mystic. Below Deathpool. I never use Vol. I at least get some use out of Deathpool and Dorm. Venom, part of the Hive Mind team again. He gets subbed out for Super Skrull. I'm putting him at the very bottom. Unlike Cyclops, I at least can use him in Cosmic Crucible. Even though he gets subbed out for Old Man Logan. Venom, I never use him. Alright, next up we have Vision, a tech character part of the Mighty Avengers. So that's a war team, new stats. I would rather build more of my Superior 6 than Venom or Vision. The Mighty Avengers is really about Storm getting to that move for the raids. So for the Mighty Avengers, the team is really about Hercules using the ultimate, doing that big AoE splash damage, and then Falcon doing the ultimate to basically delete the entire team off. Vision is there, a little bit of control. He has an ability block. If you're going against, say, a Night Stalker's team, you can ult on turn 1, which is impactful. But otherwise, it's really about Falcon and Hercules. For Vulture, I love Vulture. I'm going to put him above Mysterio, but below Doc Ock. Doc Ock being able to give the health to the team. No. I'm putting Vulture above Doc Ock, below Spider Slayer. Vulture has a lot of plug and play to where you can try to remove the speed ups. And being able to use Green Goblin Classic, Spider Slayer, Vulture to help counter an Illuminati. Yeah, I gotta go Vulture. War Machine is a tech character, part of the Liberty team. We don't really know much about them as far as what the kits are going to be again. I'm going to put him below Vision, above Spider-Man big time for now. Wasp, tech character. She hits like a truck. I'm going to put her... So I want to put her above the Illuminati and the Cabal team. So Ironheart, she's the first one to get subbed out. Wasp is the second. But if she gets her moves off, that special can delete somebody. The ultimate can do massive damage to the entire team. She has very good dodge chance as well. I think I got to go Guardian because of the raids. And then I'll go Wasp, Illuminati, Cabal. If you're not really big into war, I could see you want to put her down here and move Hank, him, and Iron Patriot up. I'm going to put her kind of above both of them because having the damage output that she can do is amazing. Wolverine is a mutant character, part of the Alpha Flight team. And in raids, he's the first one to get subbed out for like an Old Man Logan on a boss node type of thing, or Super Skrull. In war, he's really not used. I'll put him above Emma. I'll put him above Ms. Marvel Harlight, and that's really where he's going to sit at. Zombie Iron Man, he is a bio character. Even though he's a kit-based character, if you build him up, he does massive damage for that Undying team. The Undying team is probably the best war team with absolute A-Force. They do different things. The fact you have an open 5th slot where you can say add in Apocalypse, Ares, anybody you want, and the team isn't losing anything part of the kit is really saying something. I'm going to put him above Red Hulk and probably below Hive Mind because of the raids, which means Juggernaut Zombie would be above Zombie Iron Man. And I'd probably still go the raids over these characters just to have them ready. Then we have Scarlet Witch Zombie. Now she is a bio and a mystic character. More of a kit base, but she does massive damage. We don't have a lot of stars on her. I want the Zombie Juggernaut to be the biggest on the team, then Scarlet Witch, as far as these goes. Now, the thing is, she's a dual trait, which means I'm taking her up as far as the milestones goes. So I'm going to put her as the 5th bio character, which means she's the 5th mystic character. Technically 4th, because I would do her easily over Doctor Doom. So what does my roster actually look like as far as the Save Squad goes? So I know how I'm going to be approaching this level cap increase by prioritizing the milestone points. So we have the full Spider Society team. That's 5 characters right there. We're adding in 2 more characters into the bio sections. That puts that at 7. We added in Gladiator and Scarlet Witch Zombie. For the tech section, we added in 4 more characters. Falcon, Nimrod, Lady Deathstrike, and Doctor Doom. And Doctor Doom is that dual trait as well. So we're currently sitting at 11 characters. We're going to add in 2 more characters, puts us at 13. We are adding in Odin and Mephisto. Now for the mutant characters, I'm going to use Omega Red Phoenix Force, Phoenix, Old Man Logan, Shadow King, and Apocalypse. Now that's going to be 18 characters to aim towards getting those milestone points. That's actually saving me 7 character slots as far as resources for gold, training mats, and trying to get those points. Now again, we don't know what the chart looks like as far as what's going to be in these milestones. The only information that we know is if we go back into the data mine portion over here, is there's going to end up being purple 3 ions, crimson gear, and those red stars for the Omega Red Phoenix Force. So to me, I feel this could be worth it. Last time this lasted for about 40 days. If we end up looking at the blog right here, the time frame started on January 22nd, and it's a 40-day event. So that means there might be another 40 days to work on this. Last time we were able to get probably about 3 levels. So I'm expecting hopefully in that 40 days, I might be able to get to about 103 to 104 time frame on top of the Kiln Tower. So once we have more information as far as what's going to be on the milestone charts, we'll revisit this and see, is it worth it as far as how we are prepping for this. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think about this. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the YouTube comments or on my Discord. I'm always open for that. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of the day.